Okay, so we're gonna do this description uses as much many programs as we can using multi platforms of greater common factors. So just being able to know more about greater common factors of how to promote more for better details of business, so you can have more of a approximate rating for your ingestion. So that's pretty much where you're working on those details as far as having $78,889 at reference or in revenue at the time. Working on revenue at the time, instead of it being 1894, it's 2024. So you're working with different references of how to promote more for Vons, for HEB, for Costco's, for Kroger's, and so on, as you make more for a general stated way of purchasing items for your fashion of decor that you represent and that you want to represent and design, and get a good trace of imagery at the time. So just being able to know more about your greater common factors in between the two, or greater, or even in a lesser field of acknowledgments. This is pretty much where you're playing with circumferences and playing with circumferences and dialogues as you make circumferences and solids, whether it's a coordinate or location. And it's pretty much as you make it more toward TransUnion Reflect, and being able to know everything that it does that promotes more for EcoHerb 747. So that's just pretty much where that's going as far as EcoHerb and TransUnion 747 being more adapted in the day. And it's pretty much using those types as far as it being part of with MoneyGram's compositions, as you make more codes of common attributes at the time. So just pretty much using different codes of common attributes that mean something to the major intersections of the world. So just being able to know more about the prominent balance of those types of details, as you focus more on that type of company and that type of technology of urban day science at 1888 to 1971. So just being able to use that, and using those types of deals as being for chicken, whether you want chicken, or being able to make a chicken burrito, or being able to make a chicken fajita, or even a chicken. You make a lot of good chicken out of that. So it's pretty much using chicken, and church's chicken. You can make a lot of things with chicken. So it's just using your normal day 2012 with 2022 schedule as you get on with the normal day looks of the programs in 2021 Chevy Tahoe. And that's what the viewers of these subscriptions get, as they focus more on these types of suggestions that are major captions of their company at the time. So just being able to focus on major specification that give you more predominant measurements of what you like, as far as being able to conduct with luxury luck composites. So just being able to know more about what that observes and what you deal with at the time. So just dealing with 917.47 AM deals, and understanding more of 83% of PSI being produced at the yearly rate. So how long could Christmas last? How long does Christmas last when you have to make it through Thanksgiving? So it's pretty much where you're thinking about 9600 and $96,000 investments as you spend money on coffee, toilet paper, um, dishwashing liquid. You spending life on money on life expenses. So the thing is about it is, it's 2008 of 2018. Are you still worried about those appliances being met with and dealt with? You have the store in the location, so it's pretty much a good thing. You have the money that you need in the location. You got EBT. You got a good option of details you got to offer with those details, as far as it being Chime or Chime PMC. Working with those types of deposits at the time. And the thing is with Chime PMC, you just dropping large amounts of money in there and you're picking out 10 to 92 different hundreds. And you're making at least a 933% deposit off that banking solution. So just being able to know more about eco-lead banking solutions instead of multi-platforms, and being able to create a coordination of 374 of those different plural meanings of agriculture at the time. So it's using more of 98,888 different locations to promote more for those coordinates. And it's being able to use Penske coordinates, and that's what's bringing Penske coordinates to the next level of $98,000 in profits of what Penske does and what Penske promotes, and what it sells. And being able to know more about making 97 to 37 sales is pretty much what we all encounter to happen after 2034 of 2048, as we get started on our 17-year-old 43 63-year-old life in the future. And that's just dealing with the future Penske productions that you see with Dennis Cedar or Buddy Dryden, or with Bobby as well. So it's just looking at those members and looking at those times of the day as you looking at it being AIG or AARP. You're looking at that and you're seeing more of a decency of prophecy going on. So just being able to know more about those types of companies or those types of merchandise, and working on majority of jewelry, or in that area of magic. You're working on the general maintenance precision. So that's pretty much where that goes. um, and that's just using normal day transitions throughout the day of what you do daily. So it's just dealing with 1998 to 2023, and that's just dealing with normal day stock and demand prices at the hour. And that's pretty much what we do daily since 2018, that we've been doing tremendously well at. And that's pretty much part of Enterprise, as part of Restaurant Depot, as part of Aquatics Division, as part of Tax Office, as part of Amazon. And that's pretty much what we do on that part of stock and demand, that we make more percentage of in progressive acknowledgments as we get more in tune to what it is that we have, that we're needing, that we need to get consolved of. That's pretty much the series of the day after you're finding more of 2028 from 1983. You finding out what are the ways that I can solve the long-term problems that I have. It's not if I can get a scholarship or anything. You wouldn't be thinking about a scholarship or anything. You'd be thinking more of what am I going to have to eat for the rest of the 9 months that I'm here. You're thinking of more longevity stay. So you got to be thinking more of a more wakeful facility, pro you got to be thinking of a more perpetuate facility for yourself. Just because apartments is only going to land you at least 99 months. You're only going to be in an apartment for 99 months, and you need to be in a house type investment for at least 88, 88, 88, 88 years. You can be in a house for 88 years and, never really worry about anything. So, just being able to know more about, having more towards 46 million instead of 46,000. So, just being able to know more about a whole longevity of 96, 96, 36, 86, and being able to know 96, 36, 86 times, and that's pretty much where that goes. And, being able to know that that code of pattern is pretty much where you getting a code of my life and what I need to do to pay the last amount of my balance off as I make more purchases for Hill Country, Pecan Springs, TCS, Place 60, and the rest of the community that beholds the urban day fashion of biology. So, just being able to know more about the biography of DWL's industries and EcoLeaf multi-platforms and, EcoLeaf solutions, EcoLeaf financial solutions. And, that's pretty much where you're looking at those details. So, that's pretty much where you're using more of iTunes and and Max Preps, iTunes, Max Preps, and All Point for those ingestions of coordinate 9771. So, just being able to use a random area of location, and being able to use a random code of location and naming it 2717, and being able to inform the 2747 class of what you need. And that could be just at the stadium, at the arboretum, at the auditorium, at the coliseum. So that could be 2746 right there. So that's pretty much what you're working with as you're getting more perception towards provisions of subscriptions, and knowing more about UConn of Denali 18 to 22 as we get started with knowing 22 cars from 222 cars. And that's pretty much just working with that Denali 18 to 22 edition. And those are the Christmas gifts that I have that I wanted to give to the people that I beloved so much. And it's pretty much as you get more to Nyman, Kennedy, Zamora, Delon, Ham, Miranda. You thinking of all those good propositions of real estate properties, and that's basically where you're using possibly capabilities of a good resource, which is what you want to be able to use. So that's being able to use $9.4 million in that good stuff and labeling it as Google Fi. So it's being able to know 374 different codes of that stuff, so you can make these greater numbers and be able to make more up to $4,700 and $7,606. And that's being able to make more into that $20 range of making 226 So it's just being able to make more of 226 20s instead of 5 or 2020s. So it's just being able to do that and understanding more of the shrimp's value of stocking demand at the hour as you work on 974 coordinates and 9717 coordinates, and being able to understand the difference between blue, green, and orange catastrophic tyrannies or catastrophic titles at the time. So just being able to know more about the solar rays and the tidal waves of the sea. So you're working with 1927 to 2027, and understanding more about Pirates of the Caribbean or Percy Jackson, the Greek gods, or even Polar Express or Chronicles of Narnia. And, that's pretty much where you're using those details as you making more of a description towards $9.4 million interest. So that's just being able to share $9,424 in 20s with at least 917 different subscriptions at the time as you share with your most encounterable people in the future. So that's pretty much where that's going as you spending bigger deposits on cash references. So that's at least $50,776 64 times. So just being able to spend that 430 quarter instead of one quarter. So it's using more of that difference. So you make more of a greater composite 746 times, and everybody gets paid in full at that time as you make the reference for 746 times. So that's all these companies need at the same time, and whether it's a little bit, whether it's a free enterprise, whether it's a free trade investment or it's a little plan, you know that's where we can make a better efficiency with it. Making a bigger dimension of it for itself. So it's either if you want to see it big or small, do you want to see it technical or untechnical? Because it's all made by Acura. Eventually at this time, if you know more about that. So just being able to know more about 44, 9800, 4498% being measured as you look more into the atmospheric space of galaxy of Milky Way and at Arizona. So Arizona have majority of those types of subscriptions in it at Penske coordinates in purple, orange, and green. So it's being able to look at 97, 747, 47, and that's basically what 290. Interstate 290 is brought to you by at the time. So that's working on that, and it's being able to know that. So other than that, regardless of the fact, we are working with big blocks at the time, and it's just being able to work with shrimp, more prominently after 2888 of 2028 to 2088. And just being able to know more about those excellent updated urban fields of acknowledgments at the time. So you're dealing with at least 984 hundreds at the time. So just being able to know more about having $98 of interest 86 times or 64 times. We want to make that 64 times, so that makes that 64, and that's being able to have $98 68 times. So you're over that purchase payment of making deals for newer souvenirs like hats, t-shirts, scarves, pants, shoes, socks, belts. All type of good stuff. So just being able to make a warehouse or a factory of between that good stuff, and that's all we need to make sales and balance, or those types of stock and trade investments. So that's being able to follow at least 98,884 95% of the value plan of what I need to do and how I need to appropriately advance my IQ and composites of my IQ, so I make more conclusive thoughts, and make more progression towards my initiatives, and be able to progress them with my members and associates as well. So just being able to know at least 98,000 people, so you can share that 98400 with them, and they make at least $98,800 off of 90-hour interest of entertainment at the time. And this is all 971 different locations of art at the time. So whether it's Amarillo, Lubbock, or Dallas, you're looking at different spectacles of settling agriculture.
You got any money? Man, I got your money. Come on, see, I got money too. With my money. Sit over there, Fish. I'll do you next. Either that or go see Eddie. I want to see Eddie.
So that's pretty much that. It's settling agriculture. You have settling agriculture, and it's pretty much where you get more for Eco Leaf, Eco Herb, and PMC2 squared. We're dealing with more catfish industries. So other than that, you're dealing with other than that, you're dealing with
I don't think I know everything. I'm just saying that being educated guarantees I won't spend the rest of my life behind bars. That's what's about it. Huh? Me being independent.
$98 being transitioned 517 times.
What we doing? 5 times? You guys stop arguing for once. We're like a bunch of little kids, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Getting a headache.
You know what, man? That's cool. I'm not gonna get worked up again.
517 times, and that's pretty much what you get more out of the 517 times of $98 right there. So just being able to work with that $98 incline as you spend money on $517. So just being able to make a high price for your normal budget, more commonly than natural. So that's pretty much being able to spend more of that Harden or that Charles Barkley or that Shaq or that Derrick D. Rose or Dwight Howard money right there. So it's pretty much where you want to be able to share ultimate fan sport and something you ultimately believe in, so you can have the ultimate talent of giving people who care, the audacity of their faithful guidance.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.